like a tomate. Okay, Blakberry talk. Yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Waves swinging, hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gon' fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Rims in the post, yeah, they swinging for real. If you ain't tapped in, then you miss a field. Blakberry got them tuned in on the daily. Everything real, we ain't talking fugazi. Numbers on live, check stats, it's amazing. We callin' plays like we work for the Navy. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Swinging, hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. Like, I've been on top of the wave. We talk sports like you part of the game. Know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta explain. I'm in the booth and I'm calling the plays. Never no bias, we talking about wins. Blakberry popping, they tuning again. Straight from the A, so you know what it is. If it's a tape, let me stand on it big. Falcons need rings, we know that it's coming. Hawks on the rise, you know how they billin'. Brace in the home, we popping the bottles. ATL up, yeah, we eating the column. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, yo, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Brave swinging, hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts.
Now if it's a party, I know I slide through. Ain't why me shine with no dime. When I slide through, hey bitch, I'm
yes, sir.
Keep it real, I don't lie.
Home team. What's happening? Home team. This your boy Blakberry, the rich Blakberry. It's Thursday, which only means one thing.
Like I'm 10 feet high, ho, I'm just outstanding. That mean that I can't lie. I got the green next to me, got that shit'll stand
for
by.
the rich
beat hill that a nigga won't
fly.
On a I'm raising up the temperature. You looking for some ability? He gon' get up in the a nigga going hard as fuck and tired of whack shit. I guess it's you.
Want to appreciate everybody for coming through. You know what time it is. Let's make it do what it do. I am your host tonight for the Rex Pit Blakberry. That's Blakberry, no C, just the K. Make sure if you're new to the channel to hit that subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when we drop content for you to see. Also, don't forget to hit that like button too and let us know that you do support the brand. Tonight on the Rex Pit, the Atlanta Falcons offensive coordinator Zach Robinson says Kyle Pitts needs to play fast. As a matter of fact, he doubled down, tripled down on that and said he needs to play fast. And we gonna quote him a little bit better than that in just a little bit. But before we do, we're going to discuss a little bit more about what else we're going to talk about tonight. The NBA playoffs is in full bloom, of course. We're getting into that blossoming phase of the NBA playoffs right now, where the East and the West has blossomed. and we're waiting to see what's going to come of it, what's going to be the result in the East, what's going to be the result in the West. We got 2 game 2s that's going to take place. After tonight, we got a game 2 right now, playing right now. Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves are currently right now playing the Oklahoma City Thunder in Shea SGA. Who's going to come out on top? The Oklahoma City Thunder wiped the motherfucking floor with goddamn Minnesota Timberwolves a couple nights ago. And just last night in the East, you had Halliburton and the Pacers in New York against Jalen the Hobbit Brunson and the New York Knickerbockers. And it was a game time bounce of love from the 2-point guards. Toe on the line, that thing bounced on up in there, sent it in overtime, and the Pacers go on to win the game. Came back down from a 17-point deficit. From the looks of it, the damn Knickerbockers just make a habit of blowing big leads in big moments. Go figure. But the Indiana Pacers 1-0 in the division, taking game 1 in New York, in Madison Square Garden. Everybody's so high on them New York Knickerbockers. Everybody so high on them New York Knickerbockers. Tyrese Halliburton say, slow your roll. I got the lucky coin on my side. I got luck on my side. I got the basketball gods on my side. So tonight, we're going to see what happened with Anthony Ant-Man Edwards in the Minnesota Timberwolves. Can they bounce back? It wouldn't be the first time this playoffs that the Minnesota Timberwolves had to bounce back in a series after game 1. They didn't start game 1 off all that hot against the Golden State Warriors, but Anthony Edwards figured out how to get his bearings, and he got it back together, and he didn't just leave it up to the rest of the team to pick up his slack. He picked up his own slack, and he figured it out. So we going to see we going to talk a little bit about the NBA playoffs. We're going to keep track of the game or what's going on in the game. But most importantly, what we're going to do is we're going to talk to the Falcon fans. We're going to talk to my Falcon fans. The Atlanta Falcons offensive coordinator, Zach Robinson, is on record for saying that Kyle Pitts, with him, is just about playing fast. It's about getting the consistency. It's about getting to that next level, evolving to that next level in his career, in his game. That's what it's about with him. These are the words, not verbatim, but these are the words of Zach Robinson. With him, it's just about evolving to the next level. With him, it's just about getting consistent. With him, it's just about playing fast. So for all of the Kyle Pitts rescuers, all the Kyle Pitts Captain Saberhoes out there, you're hearing it first. You're hearing it right there from your offensive coordinator, Zach Robinson. We got to get Kyle Pitts to play fast. He said it like 3 times in one interview. It's about playing fast. So for everybody, when everybody saw that, he was being lackadaisical, getting out of some breaks. He's being lackadaisical, getting out of some breaks. He's being lackadaisical, finishing in a route. When we were noticing that and he got caught slipping doing so, for all the Kyle Pitts Captain Saberholes out there, you just heard it from Zach Robinson himself. It's about playing fast. And everybody knows when it comes to playing football, you better play fast or your ass gonna be grass. you better play fast or your ass gonna be grass. So we're gonna talk about that. And we gonna get it. We gonna set the record straight on what it means to play fast in the NFL. What it means to play fast in football, period, but especially at the professional level. The Atlanta Falcons are not the first team to try to develop a fast-paced style of offense or a fast-paced team. You want to be fast on defense. You want to be fast on the offense. That is not what Zach Robinson is talking about. He's not talking about him being fast per se, as far as how fast he is in a 40 or how fast can he or how fast can he run or something like that. But when we're talking about playing fast in football, we're talking about playing at a speed of which you want to gain the upper hand on the defense. The best way to gain an upper hand on the defense offensively is to be quicker off the snap, to be quicker out of your breaks, to be more quick-witted when it comes to having to think on the spot, when it comes to having to be think on the spot, do things on the spot. You got to get the upper hand on the defense. So you want to play fast. You want to play fast. And a lot of times people hear that and they say, well, if you're playing fast, are you playing smart all the time? Sometimes it's not about how fast you're going, it's about how smart you're being. Ladies, I'm here to tell you, you can incorporate wit with speed when we're talking about. So, because if you have to think fast on your feet, you have to think not only fast and make a quick decision, but you got to make the right decision when you think fast. So when an offensive coordinator says you have to play fast, when a defensive coordinator says you have to play fast, when a coach, period, says you have to play fast, he's telling you to also incorporate wit, incorporate intelligence in your thought process, but make sure you do it fast, because you have to gain the upper hand on the defense. Defenses are already playing you, from an offensive perspective. Defenses are already playing you with the in the aspect of wait and see, right? Because defensively, that's what you're doing. You're analyzing based off of film, based off of your homework about what formation they're in and what they're about to do, but you still have to anticipate what they're going to do, which means if you're anticipating, then there's a fraction of that involves waiting. Offensively, you're attacking. Defensively, you're defending. So if that slight fraction of waiting has to occur for a defense, then the offense has to take advantage of that and make sure that they keep that upper hand by playing fast. But if you slow out of a break, or if you it's just about playing fast. It's just about playing fast with him. Then you have to understand what he means by you have to play fast. We out here on the block. We gonna dig a little bit deeper into this conversation. But your boy Blakberry, I'm out here on the block. Y'all know how it is out here on the block. We got to make sure that we stay ready and we stay alert out here, and we don't incriminate ourselves. So your boy is not on camera. We got somebody in the back ready to chat. Big Will, the JoJo Reaper, down from the depths of JoJo. What going on with you, Will?
What's happening?
What's up with you, big bro? What you got going on?
Ain't shit, chilling. What we talking about?
Just chilling. All right, so did you happen to catch the Zach Robinson interview today?
Nah, I was just starting to watch them thing when I seen you going live.
All right, cool. So in his interview, I'm gonna paraphrase, but I'm gonna use his verbiage, but I'm gonna paraphrase. But he was asked by a reporter, Zach Robinson, what he expects from Kyle Pitts moving forward. And he said, we expect for him to evolve to that next level in his game. We expect to start seeing getting some consistency from him, being more consistent. And then he said they expect for him what it is. He said and I'm gonna paraphrase this, but these are his words. With Kyle, it's about getting him to play fast. And he made sure he said it like 3 times. So I thought about the criticism that myself and a lot of other fans was giving Kyle Pitts about how he ain't finishing routes, he letting up in breaks, and he got caught slipping a couple times. But we got some Kyle Pitts Captain Saber holes out there that always want to jump to his defense and make it seem like everybody just seeing ghosts out there, and we don't know what the fuck we looking at when we see him letting up in breaks and getting caught slipping on routes. So we heard it today. Do you think that, well, you haven't seen the interview, but based off what I told you, if you want to go watch the interview, you can. But based off what I told you, when a coach says it's about getting a guy to play fast, what does that mean to you when a coach say it's about getting them to play fast?
Well, the definition of playing fast is getting out there and reacting instead of thinking. It's
Yep.
knowing and believing
He
what you
said
got
that
going
too.
on.
And he said that too, Will. He said it's also getting him to do less thinking and taking some of the thinking out of it and more the reacting and doing more reacting. Yeah. So you
But yeah,
hit that right on the head.
but Kyle Pitts said this himself too. He say, I got to do better myself. Some plays you don't know what's going on within the play. Maybe I supposed to ran this route a different way, why I didn't get the ball. But I've been a defender of Kyle Pitts and I've been a critic of Kyle Pitts. So
Mm-hmm.
I never once said it wasn't his fault. It's his fault also, but it's not his alone. You know what I'm saying? It was plenty of
Mm-hmm.
time we saw this man wide open, and Kirk Cousins was being so damn childish he decided not to throw the man the ball. I don't give a fuck how
Mm-hmm.
many times this man done messed up. If this man wide open and we're playing for playoff lives out here,
Mm-hmm.
throw that man the
Mm-hmm.
fucking ball. Just like
Agreed.
When you see Ray Ray open, you get him the damn ball. That's what you're supposed to do. The open man gets the ball.
Agreed.
Not
Yes.
not trying to force it to somebody who's double and triple covered. Now that I
Right.
don't agree with. Now what you said about he got to hold some responsibility, yes, for sure. But Kirk Cousins got to hold that responsibility, not getting him the ball. And your boy Raheem Morris got to hold responsibility for not checking Kirk Cousins about that shit. Like nigga, he's wide open. Why you not throwing him the ball? So there's a
Right.
lot of blame to be held around here. And I'm the type that hold motherfuckers accountable. I don't push the goddamn wagon no way or the other. I'm holding motherfuckers accountable who it is. But yeah, I agree with what he said. But even with Zach Robinson, it took him a minute for me to get off his back once he started
Right.
distributing the ball like he needed to do. And that's what I want to see. I want to see more of that this year, and not him getting starstruck. He was starstruck a lot last year. He gave Bijan the ball way too many damn time. Even when the man was tapping out to get out the goddamn game, he kept the motherfucker out there. So it's a lot of time he gets starstruck with getting it to one star player or whatever. So I need that to be out of the goddamn out of his mind this year. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I can't wait. I can't wait to see what he come out with though.
yeah. Oh, Southside say, man, since Matt Ryan, this Pitt's first year with a stable quarterback situation, he will be fine under Penny. Listen, I don't doubt that one bit. I don't doubt that one bit. I don't I don't doubt that under Penix he can flourish. I don't doubt that for him. I don't doubt that for Drake London. I don't doubt that for Mooney, for Ray, for anybody on this offense that's going to be distributed the ball through Michael Penix. But what he's capable of doing, it's not about what he did with Matt Ryan. It's not about him not having a stable quarterback. What it's always been about is he got caught slipping. Not by just the fans, but he got caught slipping by the person that got to throw him the ball, Kirk Cousins. That's what it's always been about, y'all. And while I can agree with my contemporary, with my boy, about if he open, throw him the damn ball. Everybody knows. Hey, everybody agrees with that. Regardless of what done transpired games prior, he's open, throw him the damn ball. Agreed. But the problem that I'm having with some of the fan base, with some of the content creators, is when it's come time to distribute accountability, we don't do it properly. If accountability is assessed based off of responsibility, let me say that one more time. Accountability is assessed off of responsibility. That's how it's assessed. That's how accountability is handed out. It's Kyle Pitts' responsibility to, if you come off the snap fast, come out your break fast. Don't let up in your break because you don't think the ball coming to you. Don't let up in the break. Come out your break fast too.
Yeah, and to speak on that, what you talking about right there, the perfect person to talk about is Julio Jones. He used to take himself out the game on third downs and all this shit here. But that motherfucker came off that ball like he was running goddamn that 9 route every damn time.
Every time.
You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. Now that's why I hold accountability to the Kyle Pitt. Like I say, I hold accountability to anybody who need it, who deserve that shit. So like I told you, I hold accountability to Kyle Pitt, but I hold accountability to Kirk Cousins too for not getting the damn ball. I ain't never seen Matt Ryan not throw Julio the ball because he took off the route and took himself out on third down. He still got that damn ball.
Right.
It's your job as a quarterback. You're the leader. You got to run the damn team. Cut their ass out if you need to. I would have been more better if you pull Kyle Pitts aside, nigga. You'll run that motherfucking route the right way or something. I would have respect you more for that. But don't you sit here play after play and not throw this motherfucker the ball. He wide open. I can't accept that. I don't give a fuck. You're the highest paid player on this team. There's levels to this shit out here. You the distributor of the ball. It's like a point guard. They can't score without you. You got to get them the ball.
Yeah.
But like I said, ain't no way I'm not holding Kyle Pitts. You know me. I hold that nigga accountable too. I hold anybody who deserves that shit accountable. But like, as far as nigga, you touch the ball every play. You're the quarterback. Your job, your number one job is to get the playmakers the ball.
And you know what? I think that's what a lot of people missing. See, when you gloss over what somebody does wrong, or when you gloss over what somebody does in a half-assed manner, just because you want to highlight somebody else's deficiency and make it seem like that's who we should get, that's who we need to put this all on. The teams that win championships, almost every last person that go line up out there does their job fully. fully. They go out there and give it 120% on every single play. Every time they go out there, every time they line up, they give it 120%. If you're willing to gloss over the fact that Kyle Pitts let up in routes, you're willing to gloss over that Kirk Cousins fell off a damn cliff and was throwing the ball to everybody but his own damn team. If you're willing to gloss over that Younghoe Koo was fucking ass 90-some% of the time he went out there to kick. If you're willing to gloss over that, then you're not holding the others accountable that contribute to winning and losing.
I think your boy Younghoe Ho had the yips. I think he had the yips. Ever since them goddamn shoes got stolen, he had the yips. That's what I really think, bro. So he didn't care shit about his car. He cared about them shoes. Bro, just bring me my shoes back. And that motherfucker ain't been the same since. He made this little unorthodox ass stance to kick the ball to account for, I guess, what he was lacking from the goddamn shoes. And he just got worse from there. I think he got the yips, bro. And ain't nothing to help with the yips, but it's a mind thing. So you got to get out of it. You got to get it out yourself. It's a mind thing. So they brought the extra kicker in this year. Either you gonna get out your own mind or you ain't gonna have no job. So it's on you, Koo. What you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, competition always gonna fix, shit like that, because it's either a nut up or shut up. Like, yeah, we get, something happened that affected your game, whether it be an injury, whether it be, anything. If something affected your game, we understand, but we ain't got time to wait on you to figure out how to get rid of the heebie-jeebies. You need to go on and get rid of them heebie-jeebies and get your ass back to form. Otherwise, your ass ain't going to have a job. Might sound harsh, but that's the way it got to be in the jungle.
Hello? Could you turn up your checklist? Hello?
I already checked in, clown. Anyway. We got to shout out everybody in the building. We got to shout everybody out, man. Who we got in the building? John T. Rozier. He say, what it do, Blakberry? Well, I see a few people leave when they see I'm out here on the block. I be scaring people away. Like, I don't want to hear Blakberry talk to no damn man on no damn speaker.
Talk to what?
You scaring folks off, boy.
I'm scaring folks off. That what you saying? Okay.
No, me when they hear people in the background, they hear shit going on in the background, they be scaring folks away. Like, I don't want to hear all this shit. What's up with you, John T. Rozier? We got Bernard Cantrell in the building. What's up with you, Bernard? Dre Murphy, the one and only. What going on with you, Dre Murphy? Now, y'all watch now. My boy Dre
for
Murphy.
Real though, damn, bro. Tell me about it for real though, damn. My boy Dre Murphy. Boy, you know that motherfucker. But anyway, he can change his name. All he gotta do is type in the damn chat. You know who the hell
all
that
he got to do is let you know who he is. Cause he sound like fucking AI in the chat. And it be like, boy, is he a bot or is he for real? Like, is he for real or is he a bot? Like, what it do, everybody? What the business is? How is everyone and how y'all doing and feeling on this Thursday night tonight? That's my guy Dre Murphy the one.
Nah, you gotta say tonight different, bro. You gotta say tonight. You gotta say tonight right, bro.
On how y'all doing tonight? Hold on.
Nah, there you go. There you go.
How y'all doing on this night? Hold on.
Hold on.
Dre Murphy, the one and only. What's up with you, Dre Murphy? Who else we got in the building? Black, we got Michael in the building. What's up with you, Michael? What's going on with you, Michael? Who else we got in the building? We got Southside in the building, of course. What's going on with your Southside Twizzle? What's going on with your Southside?
T-Terry in the building. What's happening?
T-Terry in the house. What's up with T-Terry? We got Larry in the house. It's just Larry. That is it. That is all. Ain't nothing else. Just Larry.
Our original folks. Our original folks off in the thing, man. What it do?
Oh, yo, you know, I call them the usual suspects. Yes, sir. Got the usual suspects in the house tonight. What's up with your T-Terry? What's going on, man? Who else we got? All right. So it's a very interesting conversation. Talking about the comments from offensive coordinator Zach Robinson today regarding what he expects from Kyle Pitts moving forward. That's Sean Cosman. What's up with you? Oh shit. My shit acting slow. Oh shit, with that bullshit. What's up with you today, Sean Caldwell? But I'm thinking of, because in real time I was thinking about the comments he was making. And the first thing came to mind was the criticism that Kyle Pitts was getting for not finishing routes. Or just looking like he's just not going full speed sometimes. And like I was explaining earlier, Will, when we talk about playing fast in football, offensively you're talking about playing fast. You're talking about keeping that advantage you got on the defense by coming out off the snap fast, by coming out of a break fast, by being quick with it, by making sure you keep the defense on their toes, by making sure you stay ahead of what you're doing and that they don't catch on to that until it's too late and they got to make a play or a tackle. It ain't necessarily about how fast you are. That ain't what it's necessarily about. It's just about making sure you're playing fast, taking the thinking out of it, like you said earlier, Will, and also the way Zach Robinson explained it, taking some of the thinking out of it and making everything more natural, being more accustomed to the game plan, knowing what the game plan is, and not having to think about what to do and just doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. And like we were saying, there's a lot of blame to go around. When they seen Kirk, when they messed up at, I told you the worst thing ever that could have ever happened to us with that 500-yard game that we had with Kirk Cousins. Because this year one offensive coordinator felt like he could put everything on Kirk Cousins' back when he's not that type of quarterback. He's never been that type of quarterback. He needs a good run game behind him, bro. And you chose not to use the more talent you had in that backfield and take some of that pressure off Kirk Cousins. He always been a great play action type quarterback. That's what he thrived at, play action. And you failed to use that, bro. So like that blame game go around a whole lot of ways, but it
So you
always
saying Zach Robinson need to take some of his own advice?
Hell yeah. You know I was on his ass. I was on his ass, bro. Cause I'm looking at this shit. I'm seeing this shit. You're using Kirk Cousins like he's a Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, but guess what they do? Well, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, they got there and turned around and had that ball off quick. With the quickness, hand that ball off, let them boys run it when they need to move them chain. They use that short passing game as a run game. What I didn't see him use a lot of last year. There was a lot of stuff he wasn't doing, bro. You got to know your personnel. How many times they kept screaming it? He don't know his personnel. He don't know how to utilize his personnel. But when it started getting to the end of the season, he started doing it better.
But is it that he don't know how to use the personnel, or is it that he's falling in love with doing one or two things and not knowing how to maneuver off of those things?
He don't know how to use the personnel. Point blank, we ain't gonna get no other excuse with his ass. He ain't know his personnel like that. And your boy Raheem Morris didn't hold him accountable enough. He gave them the reins, offense and defense coordinator, but he didn't wheel them in quick enough. You feel what I'm saying? When he
Yeah.
seen it going out the rear, he didn't wheel them in quick enough, and it cost us. Point blank, it cost us.
Well, after the bye week last season, Jimmy Lake and Jimmy Lake, Zach Robinson, and Raheem Morris, they all said that Raheem he gave more input on both sides of the ball on adjustments that needed to be made. So does that count sort of as him holding Zach Robinson accountable? Like, hey, like the fact that I got to step in here and you know and make my presence felt with the offense. The fact that I have to do that should let you know that you need to get your shit together. Does that count towards accountability being, had?
Well, what I'm saying, what he was trying to force early in the year, he was trying to force that pistol offense on Kirk Cousins early in the year, right?
Yeah.
If you're an offensive coordinator and you sit here and watch film on your players, you know Kirk Cousins don't do pistol. He's under center. Play action is what he do. But you was forcing pistol on him. It's all right to have him do pistol every now and again. Every quarterback does that. But his main priority should have been play action. That's what he thrived at his whole career.
Yeah, but physically he might have been limited in play action.
Hey, then he shouldn't have been out there, Blackberry. What they told us he was healthy. That's the main thing they kept saying. If you're telling me he's healthy, the only thing I got to go by is your word. Word is bond. We didn't get to see him in the off season because y'all closed down the facility. We couldn't see nothing. Y'all say y'all were doing construction, but y'all don't do construction on the fucking yard. We sit in the grass and the play. What they doing? We sit in the damn grass. So what construction are you doing out there in the grass?
Right, yeah.
So I'm saying, like, they didn't want that quarterback competition in the training camp. They didn't want that from the fans screaming goddamn pitches up there. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to be the goddamn White House with the Secret Service and just focus on being a goddamn football team.
Being a football team. Fans shouldn't be able to goddamn control what you're doing on your team anyway. If you're afraid of fans tempting you to do something on this team, then you the wrong motherfucker for the job.
You the wrong motherfucker.
You the wrong motherfucker for the job, bro. But that's what we did. We seen a lot of people not knowing how to utilize their players. Priority, like the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator didn't know how to utilize the talent that they had on the team.
So it kind of like bring me to some points that you've been trying to make about preparation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because
like I was telling you, who showed that one? Who showed that one? I was saying, goddamn, I don't believe in trap game. Who showed that one when I said that was Coach Show?
Yeah, that was Coach. Yeah, that was.
I don't believe in trap game.
Bird feeder. Yeah.
Yeah, we in the NFL. Ain't no such thing as no fucking trap game. You either prepared or you not. If you come out there and say, "Oh shit, they call us off guard," then what the fuck were you doing in the film room preparing for this team? How did they catch you off guard? How do you allow your team to get caught off guard, knowing you're going into this week where you just came off a huge win? As an NFL coach, you know, hey man, this team can goddamn have the ability to goddamn, go lackluster or something. Why not push that shit in practice? Hey man, I need y'all to be focused this year. I know we just came off a big win. I need y'all to be focused this game because this would be the right time for somebody to steal a game from us. If you're, like I said, if you're not prepared, you're not winning. The team that win championships are prepared. How long Peyton Manning used to be in there watching goddamn film? You think Peyton Manning go out there unprepared? You're gonna have to come steal that win from him. He ain't finna give it to you. If Peyton Manning was on goddamn Patriots team, how many Super Bowl you think they would have won? Y'all forget how much of a tactician that motherfucker was, but Peyton Manning was that dude. If he had a defense like the Patriots, boy, shit. Y'all forgot the Patriots won a lot of Super Bowls by their defense. It been games that Tom Brady would ass in the game. They defense won the game for him. Y'all do y'all research now. I'm telling you, bro. If you ain't
I think
prepared, go ahead. What's that?
preparation is key. Let's make that
Yes, sir.
let's make that the term the phrase that pays right there. The preparation is key. If I'm a drumline or fans out there.
Hold on.
Well,
Go to that before you finish that out, Blackberry. Go to that Southside statement right here.
yeah, cause and I wanted to say that this actual fair point Southside making right here. They was the 8th best offense in the NFL. Was Zach Robinson was his game plan really a problem?
Yeah. It was the 8th offense in the NFL because they was putting up. Y'all forgot we was putting up. We was putting up yardage, but we wasn't scoring like that. We couldn't score. That was our problem.
Because we were turning the ball over soon we
We
crossed the 40.
we couldn't exactly because they had the ball on Kirk Cousins' hand too much, bro. You saying like right here? He said he couldn't run play action, and you notice if he didn't look like he was healthy enough to run that play action and shit, why is he out there on the field, bro? Why is he on the field? So I'm still blaming these coaches, bro. Y'all fed us this bullshit like he was healthy, but he can't run play action. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. It still go back to the coaching. You think Andy Reid team come out unprepared? Them
Okay,
boys was
it's such a thing as speed, then it's such a thing as game speed, right? Everybody knows this, right?
oh yeah, for sure.
So you can get a guy out there for a workout all day to do every possible drill you can have him do to see if he's ready to move on a leg that's coming off of a major surgery or from a major injury like a torn Achilles. The Achilles, for anybody that don't know, is the most unpredictable or mysterious part of the body where you can be functioning every day and not know that you got a torn Achilles. You could be functioning literally all your days, and all it takes is for one wrong move, and whoop, Achilles gone. It's the same thing with the ACL. It's the same thing with the MCL. They're very curious and mysterious parts of the body that you can function off of them and not even know that something's wrong with until there comes a time for you to make a movement that your body's not going to let you make. It's just going to shut down on you. We seen KD. KD just went to the flow. He just went to the flow. We saw it with Adrian Peterson. He just went to the ground. We saw it with Jamal Anderson. He just went to the ground twice. Twice. He just, no contact, went to the ground.
But when they tell you they healthy, then what you got to go off of, Blackberry?
But see, that's the thing. All you can go off of is workouts. Getting them
What you
out
see,
there,
right?
working them out. Yeah, what you see in workouts.
So
But once
if we were seeing
you're
this,
not going to really know until you get them out there on the field. You ain't going to really know until they get out there in in-game situations and have to move in an in-game situation.
how
That's
many
when
times
you're
did we
going to
see
really know.
him? How many times did we see him not moving well, Blackberry?
We saw him not moving well quite a bit.
And how long did they keep that motherfucker out there?
But
Just answer that. How long did they keep that motherfucker out there?
they kept him out there for what? 13 weeks, 14 weeks.
Exactly, bro. Come on, bro. If we're seeing it, and we're not professional coaches, ain't no way you did not see that, my boy. Come on, man. I'm not giving these niggas no excuse. That's what we do too much here. We give niggas excuses down here. No, I'm holding everybody accountable. Fuck that. Everybody get the smoke who deserve it. Like just like I give you the praise, I can give you that smoke. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. If you're not performing the right way, that goes for players or coaches, I'm gonna goddamn let it be known. And you got to be able to self-check yourself in the mirror too, bro. You got to. And I hope that what Raheem them did, they looked at themselves in the mirror and decided they're gonna be different this year. You feel what I'm saying? I hope that what they done.
I feel you. 3 Dirty, what's up with you, 3 Dirty? Hey, 3 Dirty, I'm gonna get up with you too. I seen you sent me a message. I'm gonna get up with you. Yeah, I mean, look, Southside said whole
Oh, Southside, there you go with that bullshit. Why you want to goddamn get me started, goddamn?
Now, but see, Will, this is what we talking about though.
I hold him accountable. Grady Jarrett come out there and give it hard every goddamn game, bro. Y'all ain't gonna keep throwing shade on Grady like you don't.
Hey, but Hart don't get you for so far though, Will. Hart don't get you for so far.
Y'all forgetting what position Grady Jarrett plays. He plays defense of tackle.
Okay, he played defense.
It's hard to penetrate.
No, because you keep saying that. So tell us what his numbers should look like. Since you keep saying he played defensive tackle,
defensive tackle is not about a number game, bro. It's about penetration. Do you see this motherfucker penetrate? Do the quarterback got to change his position because this motherfucker penetrate? Do the run game got to change the direction they were trying to go because this motherfucker penetrate? Y'all got to think that man did his job out there, bro. He's not a set type of defensive tackle. He never have been. He never have been. Not even coming out of college. If your boy if you got to think about what system he played in too. I told y'all systems matter. If your boy Aaron Donald was down here playing in that same fucking system where he got to get double and triple team, he wouldn't have had the set numbers that he had in Los Angeles either. I guarantee it.
That's speculation.
I guarantee it. You got to think about how they used him in Los Angeles, bro. Look how they used him with the Rams. They moved him all over the line. Listen, Blackberry. No, they didn't like that, bro. No, they didn't.
They didn't. Almost exactly the same way that Aaron Donald was used in LA.
And they had other players around Aaron Donald. Guess what they did? If Aaron Donald ever got double teamed, guess what the other players did? They took advantage of their one-on-ones. How many times did anybody on this fucking team take advantage of their one-on-ones when Grady was getting doubled and triple teamed? They got the fucking famous clip of him. Damn, y'all ain't got nobody else to block. He got 3 niggas on him. Why the fuck the rest of our defensive line at? Where the fuck is our rest of our defensive line? Now, I understand y'all being okay. Look,
okay, go ahead.
I understand folks being okay with them trading Grady. Okay, I'm good on that. But if y'all gonna disrespect Grady, I'm gonna come to hit the fence all damn day. I sat here and watched numerous of games. I went back and watched goddamn game replays to see what went on in the game. That motherfucker came out there to play. That motherfucker chased a running back down from the other side of the goddamn field. He don't give up on plays, bro. Come on, man. Y'all got to stop with that disrespect. It's okay being with this motherfucker getting traded. I'm cool with that. I mean, I hate it when they did it, but don't disrespect them on the way out the door. Don't do that.
I don't think that is disrespectful to acknowledge that he just wasn't giving you the performance or the production that you was looking for out of him on a consistent basis. I don't think there's nothing disrespectful about that, Will. Now
Who do
I'm
the offensive coordinators have to plan for when they come play the Falcons? Who the one guy that he scratch off
they
when
would
they
tell
come to
you
play?
Grady Jarrett. They got to
Thank
know
you.
what Grady
They
Jarrett is.
make a
That's what they
whole
would
bet, so
say.
that let you know right now. If your opponents single you out in the game plan, you're doing something right. Cause we all know if coaches don't goddamn fear you, they ain't studying your ass. If he's the number one topic in the game plan that they're singling out and making sure they got blocking schemes for this motherfucker. Yeah, and Southside, I know he said that in 2023. I know that. But I'm saying it was a famous clip of that. That's what I'm saying. Down here, period. They don't. We have trouble using our talent. I can't explain why we have trouble using our talent, dog. It's so confusing to me. And I'm hoping that your boy Ali and your boy Ubrick gonna change that. I'm hoping that gonna change this year.
Well,
Of them knowing how to use they.
I think you not being fair to. I'm gonna tell you why you ain't being fair to Grady with your analysis, because you keep okay. So who defensive coordinators, who they making sure they account for when they come play Atlanta? They would tell you Grady in 2020, in 2022 and back.
No, that's
2023
period.
and
Every time they
2024,
play, every time they
23.
play,
But I'm
even when
saying,
we
but
had, even when we had
I
your boy
didn't
Justin
hear
Bate
that.
back there,
I didn't
even
hear that in 2023 and 2024. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear it. In 23, you might have you still saw it producing. You still saw him disrupting the pocket. You still saw him coming up in big moments, in clutch plays when you need somebody to put pressure on the quarterback. Brady was putting pressure on the quarterback, even if he ain't getting a sack. He disrupting the play. You saw that in 2023, but in 2024.
I
You
saw that in
you
2024.
saw a guy that was a shell of himself. No, you
He
didn't.
was coming off
No, you
injury, and
didn't.
he still
You
played
saw
better than a lot
you
of top defense tackle, bro. I gave y'all the numbers. I came with proof when I was arguing about this with y'all about it. I came to y'all with proof and told
yeah,
y'all where to go look at
we
it.
also told you we also showed you where he was one of the least pressure rated defensive tackles in the league. It's a fact. You can't dispute it. Just like we can't dispute your numbers, you can't dispute ours. We like what Grady. Listen, everybody love Grady,
You know
but
how to account
it
pressure
gets
rates,
to a
though, right?
time where
You know how
Father
to.
Time catch up with everybody, man.
You know how to. I agree with you on that. I agree with you, but I think we got rid of a player that wasn't done. He wasn't done. He was fresh off an injury. But either with that, it is what it is. We can't control what the team do. But with that, you know how they measure pressure rates, right? Huh?
How they measure?
They go by the amount of time, like it goes off like backfield penetration and what they said. Damn, I can't even tell you the whole thing right now. But we look at the goddamn thing for Great Jared. What I always hear people say is sacks. That's the first thing they keep coming by, sacks. Defensive tackle job is not to get you sacks. That's what your edge rusher jobs are to do. Your defensive tackles are to penetrate the line of scrimmage, to
This is what it
disrupt the
is
run
right here.
game.
This what it is right here. This what it is. What Michael just said right here. We parted. Well, I ain't gonna say it like get rid of, but we parted ways with a declining player who was coming off of a major injury. Will and,
We
and
we
and that's
parted
and that's just the skinny of it.
we
That's the
parted
skinny of
ways
it.
with a dude that was making too much money. That's what they did. They showed you. They
So you
showed
don't
you.
think you don't think Grady would decline?
No, I think Grady was coming off an injury. That's what I think.
You don't think he declined?
No, I think he was coming off an injury. It should have been allowed. It take 2 years for people to come off that knee injury, dog. I keep saying it. Coming off that MCL
Yeah,
injury, you don't see nothing until their second year off it. They second
But
year off of it, that's when you see.
how long he been in the league? How long Grady been in the league?
Shit, I don't know.
He
I don't
going
know how
on
long
what?
he been in the league.
He going into his 10th year or something like that, or 11th year.
I think he going to year 11. How long Calais Campbell been in the league?
How many major injuries has Calais had?
This only been Grady Jarrett first major injury though.
But how
That's
many
what I
has
keep trying to
Calais
tell
had?
folks. That's what I keep
Some
trying to tell folks.
somebody look up Calais. Somebody look up Calais Campbell's injuries. Look up Calais Campbell injury history for us and let us know if he got a major injury outside of an arm injury like a shoulder or something. If it's something in the legs, let us know what it is in the legs.
They
Because we
told
know
you.
once the legs gone,
They
the
told
real
you
gone.
themselves they didn't want to get rid of Grady Jarrett, but they didn't want to. They wanted to pretty much get that man at a team friendly discount. And I don't blame that nigga for not taking no fucking $5 to $6 million a year. No, I earned my goddamn respect in here. I ain't taking no 5 to 6 million. He could have
Yeah,
took that
but
goddamn.
what was better for the team?
Chicago paid 13,
Okay,
bro.
that's the better
He would have
thing to
came
ask
back
you.
here for 11. He would have came back to Atlanta for 11
That's the
million a
better
year.
question. That's the better question to ask you. What was better for the team? Parting ways with Grady or
We
keeping
don't
Grady?
we don't know. We'll find out.
And,
We'll find
and
out.
and the fact that you saying we don't know is enough for me to say it was okay. It was time for him to go.
But you ain't asking for my opinion though, bro. So you already know what I'm gonna say.
I just
That's
asked you.
irrelevant. What I'm saying.
I just
You
asked
already
you
know
for
what I'm
your
gonna say.
opinion. I just asked you,
No,
and you
no.
said you don't
They should have
know.
kept him. They should have kept him. I think he was valuable. He
That
was that leadership. But
you
you know what
gave
they
me
didn't do?
your initial feelings.
They
You gave me your original thought and your original feelings the first time when you said we don't know.
you know what they decided to do? They decided to keep on your model so they don't get rid of that veteran leadership. And because on your model don't cost them that much.
True. He don't well, no, he don't cost you as
On
much
your
as Grady,
model don't cost them that much.
but but you are paying them 9 million or eight or 9 million, something like that.
You paying on your model 8 million.
Yeah.
Now Grady Jerry would have said, yeah, I'll take that 8 million. Guess who cut? Guess who cut, Blackbeard? And that's
You
how
say
I
what?
know it ain't no talent thing. Because if Grady Jerry would have came down and took what the team wanted him to take, that little bullshit ass discount, that disrespectful ass pay, then they would have kept Grady Jerry and cut on your mind. I
But
guarantee
we
you that.
but we don't have no report of them offering him something lower than that. We don't
We
have no
got a
report of
report
him
of
being offered anything.
the assistant general manager saying we couldn't get the numbers right with Grady. That's why we couldn't keep him. It was nothing with
And
the talent thing. We also heard an interview about Grady saying he wasn't expected to be released by the team. That caught him off guard. And by the fact of him signing for 13 million a year with Chicago's sorry ass, lets you know, bruh, he would have took 11 to stay here. Come on, man. He just didn't want to be disrespected, dog. They was trying to disrespect the man.
well, listen.
Hey, y'all go off PFF all you want. I got a goddamn igloo I can sell you right now. We go off eye
Southside
test.
said
What
we
you
didn't
saying
need
out there on
Grady
that
anymore.
field?
He's washed.
I said your mama get washed up a lot in plays.
I'm gonna keep this a buck with y'all, man. Falcons know when to part ways with a player. If
Do
you
do
look
we
over,
do we know?
if you look
Did
over
we
the
part
course,
away?
if you
What
look,
about Brad Paul? How many
okay, Brett
stars did we
Favre.
part away?
That
What about Deion Sanders?
let me say we know how to since Rich McKay and Arthur Blank been here, they know how to part ways with players. Let me say that. Yeah, you want to go all the way back then, and we ain't gonna go all
Okay,
the way
what
back.
about 4 year Lure con?
Well, you didn't. You had too many players to pay. That's
What about
different.
Tevin Coleman? Tevin Coleman.
Tevin Coleman. That's again too many players to pay. Can't pay everybody.
No, you gotta know how to use your book. They didn't know how to use
No,
their
you
damn
you
book.
can't pay everybody. See, you keep
Some of the
saying
Mitchell, some of the
you say
Mitchell
he
didn't
got to
know
know
how to
how to
use their
use your
book, bro.
books. You
He
keep
didn't.
saying he got to know how to use his books, but players got to agree to the contract that you offer them.
He paid Julio Jones an extension when he had 3 years left on his contract, bro. That has
Yeah,
never been done in NFL history before he did that to goddamn Julio.
that
That is
was a
not
terrible.
managing your book.
That was a terrible, terrible move.
What about Desmond Trufant? That bread he gave Desmond.
They paid Desmond.
Too much bread.
They paid him what he was worth.
Shit me.
You got to have a number one corner.
You do, but you ain't got to pay on that bag he got. There was no
So
reason for them to make him one of the highest paid at that time.
it's the market. It's the
That
market.
wasn't market. That wasn't the
What
market pay that they gave
it
him. That was over market pay.
it sucks when the next player up to get to set the market is on your team. It sucks. But when you get when you get the talent that show that they worth what the market is going to be set at, you got to pay them. It's the market. If you don't pay them, what you're saying is we're gonna have a short cycle. We're gonna have a short cycle. And I hate to say it like this, but we're gonna have a short cycle of inventory of players that we're only going to evaluate in 2 years, maybe 3. If we don't want to pay them, we're gonna go get somebody younger, and we're going to go get somebody least expensive at every position when it's time to set the market. That's
But
what you're
what we got
telling.
to,
That's what you're telling your fan base, that we're not going to pay no goddamn body. We just going to go get younger talent and hope
and
that
that's
they
what they
play as
told.
well as this guy.
That's what the Falcons been telling. They not willing to pay their own, bro.
But
But
the way you making it
but
sound is you making it sound like we
no,
can't
it's a
we
such thing as overpay. It's a such thing
don't
as
set the
overpaying,
market
bro.
with anybody. No, it's not. There's no
He
such
did.
thing as
They
overpaying.
had no
There's no
reason
such
of
thing.
paying, huh?
There's no such thing as overpaying somebody.
Yes, the fuck it is,
No, it's not.
bro.
So
It was
so
no reason for you to pay
if you get
Julio
a job
Jones. It
right
was
now,
no reason for you to pay Julio Jones.
if you get a load right now, that you know typically pays 1,500, but you end up getting it for
Don't you
200.
dare ask. Don't you dare ask me
No,
that fucking
no,
question.
no, no,
Don't
no,
you
no,
dare
no,
ask me
nigga.
that fucking
No,
question.
nigga.
You
No.
know what the hell I'm finna say, bro. You know what the hell I'm finna say.
If you get a loan right now that you know typically pay 15,
I
but you
don't
can
got no
get it for
salary cap.
22.
Blackberry. I don't have a
There you
salary
go.
cap,
There
Blackberry.
you go. Thank you
The
very much.
NFL got a
Thank you
salary
very
cap.
much.
The
Thank you
NFL got a
very
salary
much.
cap,
No,
Blackberry.
but you ain't got no salary cap.
I don't have no salary cap, but the NFL do.
These
I said
these
Thomas
players,
Dimitrov didn't manage the book right. That was my argument. But
these
once
players
we
don't
gonna go
have
back
a
to the
salary cap. The team that they play for got one. If the team that
exactly.
they play for, say this is what we think you worth, we gonna give it to you. Then that's what that team is saying that they're worth.
And that's what I was arguing about, not managing your book right. But even with this greatest Jerry situation, the whole defense fell off with this goddamn new defense coordinator. All of them played better under Ryan Nielsen than the goddamn defense coordinator we got now. Our linebackers, I mean, damn, our defensive line played well up under Ryan Nielsen. We had 42 damn sacks. But our back end suffered from his defense for the lack of knowledge he had as defensive coordinator. But he did have those defensive linemen playing with him.
You know
Everybody
what?
fell off up under this defense last year. Everybody fell off.
Michael just made this statement right here, but Michael, see, this is why I gotta correct you. And I don't know the full details of the Emmitt Smith deal that fell to pieces back then, but I know it had something to do with Jimmy Johnson. I know it had something to do with Jimmy Johnson. Was it Jimmy Johnson or Bill? Jimmy Johnson was after Bill Parcells, right? It was Bill Parcells, then it was Jimmy Johnson, or was it the other way around?
Yeah. Parcells was first.
Okay,
Jimmy
so
Johnson was after.
I know that after the Jimmy Johnson fallout in Dallas, that had a part to play with Emmitt retiring early. So it wasn't about Emmitt getting dropped because they didn't want to pay him. Emmitt made a decision that he wasn't gonna play for the Dallas Cowboys. I think that's what I remember watching the 30 for 30.
Yeah, y'all forgot how many times Grady redid his contract for the team?
Twice.
Okay. So how many times you seen your boy Tom Brady do a good contract for the team so they can make the team better? But you never seen Tom Brady get disrespected on the contract. He helped the team out. He never got disrespected on the contract.
Well, he wanted to
What
get
they
paid
were
that
asking,
last contract though.
what they were asking Grady Jerry to do was disrespect.
He wanted to get paid that last contract because he knew him and his wife couldn't get a divorce.
Well, shit, that broad look half dead anyway. I'm surprised he stayed that long with her. She bone as shit.
He knew as soon as he wanted to he wanted to relocate out of Boston. He knew she was gonna leave his ass because he was gonna do more than 1 year in Tampa. She only wanted him to do 1 year. So he wanted that last contract to be getting paid. He wanted to get
Well, he
paid.
was about to be on the way out the door, so he wanted his money for sure. Then he was about to be on the way out the
Yep.
door, so
And you done
because
took
I
all
gave
them
y'all
damn
all these
cuts.
time, right? I gave y'all all these time to make the team good. We won championships because of it. Now it's time for me to get mine. Now let's not act like that owner wasn't leaving a bag of money on the door. You know what I mean? Unmarked bag for Great Jerry, dog. I mean not
Right.
Great Jerry, but
But Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. And then like, what's up with all these billionaire women are bony as hell? You got old goddamn. You got old Travis Kelsey girlfriend goddamn bony as a fool. They can't have no thick goddamn billionaire. What's up?
Hey,
But yeah, it was just because of disrespect for numbers, dog. That's what it was.
let me ask. All
It
right,
shows you. It shows you
so go ahead.
if you're willing to go play for Chicago for 13 million, but it shows you that the Falcons was nowhere in that damn ballpark. Nowhere near. And that's bad, bro.
Are you more so worried that the Falcons parted ways with Grady and that it's going to affect the team in a morale standpoint? Or are you more so worried about we going to miss Grady Jarrett production?
I'm more goddamn upset they ain't get this man a chance to goddamn retire in this motherfucker. Give him an opportunity.
So it's
If he willing to
sentimental.
play,
So it's
if,
sentimental for you.
if he willing to play ball, oh, I never doubted that it was sentimental for me, but he still had production also.
Okay,
He
well, there you
always
go,
wanted
then.
to.
There you go, fans. We can't argue with we can't argue with Will anymore about Grady. We can't debate with him anymore about Grady because he's not debating from a
Southside,
X's and
it's
O's
different.
standpoint. He debating from feelings. He debating from sentimental
Hey,
reasons.
I never debate just off feelings alone. I go with what I see on that tape too. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, as the Southside down there, I know she a model. I know what Slim. You got Slim thick too. That bitch is anorexic. That bitch anorexic. It's a such thing as Slim thick. Goddamn Southside. Don't act like you don't know. You know
Yeah,
what it is, boy.
Giselle is the prototypical old school model. Not like how they can be thick with it and have thick
None of
knees
the
and
models I was looking at
thick
back in the day.
elbows.
You looking at
The
the
model
wrong
back in the day
magazine,
had to be
Blackberry.
skinny. Well,
You looking at the wrong magazine, Blackberry. I seen some
looked
good
at
little
Jet
thick ones
too.
back then too.
I looked at Jet too. I looked at Jet magazine too. But I'm talking about like the models that was, in Paris and at the gala and at the wine spritz. I'm talking about those models, the models that were in the billboards of Times Square, the esquires of the model industry. That's who I'm talking about. I'm talking
Now,
about
let's
them
just be
models.
real. It's just what they like, Blackberry, what they like to put out there. They don't like
Yeah,
the show. Think
absolutely.
about it. If they start to showcase all the thick and the slim, thick women, guess what? All the white men, which white men gonna want?
That's who they
That's what
already
they
want.
gonna want. Yeah,
That's who they
behind the
already
scenes.
want.
Behind the scenes, that's who they want.
That's
But
why we got
not on
Drakes.
front
That's why we
covers.
got
Yeah.
Drakes and Chris Browns out here.
It started way before then in the slavery days when you had all these dog babies out here coming out.
Hey,
Now who you think they were getting pregnant by?
hey, that's why you got the DeBarge family. That's why you got them. That's why they here. That's why you got Prince. That's why you got all these guys, man. Listen, that's what they already want. See,
They're right, T Terry. She got a long back. That shit don't even hump. You just fall. You go there, you slip. Why? I'm telling you, the main reason why a lot of these people run away from the black women, dog, because they don't like motherfucking the goddamn argue back with them. I don't want no goddamn yes sir, goddamn white. Nigga, I want somebody gonna tell me if I'm doing some shit wrong. Let me know what's up. Don't goddamn just you right. That's when you end up on Snap. When your ass sleeps, you pour goddamn hot grits on your ass and cut your throat. And when you end up on Snaps, you holding all them feelings in. Now tell me, get that shit off your chest, nigga.
but see, that when we talking about when we talk about okay. See, that's why I used to like that game growing up. Marry, who would you date? Divorce, what is it? Date, marry and divorce. Is that what it is? Date, marry, and sleep with, or something like that. So, if we talking about the different demographics of women, right? Now, myself.
Shine hell. You had to put that up that Blackberry. That was up, bro.
I made sure I put it up.
That's how we doing, bro. Y'all know my boy was out there performing. Do I got to go dig up these tapes for y'all? I wish I could goddamn show y'all on this shit without them flagging it.
He was getting blowed up off the ball.
You ain't never said he'll get blowed out the ball. Stop lying, bro.
Running backs was running right past him up the middle, up the gut.
They running past everybody. Shit, this defense sucked, bro. We couldn't stop shit.
They were running right past his ass. Oh, but no, man. So we talking about the different demographics of women now. Now, see, me myself, I don't have a type. I like all different flavors of women. And shout out to my wife before I finish this statement. Shout out to my wife, Tina. Hope you're feeling better, baby. But I myself indulged in many different flavors of ice cream when it came down to the female persuasions.
Of course. Okay? So what color is the kitty?
It pink.
Okay. I don't care who you messing with. What color that thing is? All right.
Now it might have a different dressing. It might have some different dressing.
The goddamn the utensils around the kitchen might be different, but that motherfucker paint right there where you need to be. It's all about connection, dog. It's all about personality with me. I don't care. You could be a dime out there, but your personality is shitty. You like a goddamn roast to me, bro. I don't got no respect for you. It's all about personality with me.
But we knew. Okay, so we knew when we went in the record store, because we used to go in the record store and you know, in the like Radio Shack or some shit like that, or we'll have to go in a record store. That's what, or we went in the corner store. That's what we got most of our magazines at. Jet, what was another popular one? Shit, what's the name? Ebony magazine. Like, well, that's what we saw our women at. We saw our women being showcased there. But that was only mostly in the urban communities. Like if you traveled a bit, like the people that was military or kids, you know, that they know. So you go to different areas, it ain't the same. You ain't seeing a lot of the same stuff being sold. You ain't seeing a lot of the same people. So Giselle is that old school prototypical model. Today, you got more of that. You got more of that Tyra Banks, America's Top Model thing going on, where you can be you can be a thick-witted model. You can have hips that go, you can have 45-inch hips. you can have them hips popping. You can be busted. You could be you could be a triple D. You know what I'm saying? You got today's model, like when I ain't gonna stunt. I got this. I subscribed on YouTube to one of these modeling showcases, and they be thick with it on there. But it's all different types and flavors of that ice cream on there. You know, it ain't just the black guys. You know, it ain't just the ebony guys over there. You know, they're thick with it, or the Latina guys that's thick with it. I mean, the Caucasian persuasions be coming out there looking kind of thick with it too. You know, the American ones and the European ones. You know, they all coming out of there looking all thick with it. So it's just today, like Giselle, she made a shit ton of money being the prototypical 90s model. She made a shit ton of money. And in that last deal, coming out of New England, coming out of Boston, your boy Tom said, well, I'm ready to go to some nice weather. I'm ready to go goddamn. I still want to win, but I'm ready to get the fuck up out this cold ass motherfucking state. And I'm tired of goddamn being looked at as you the damn breadwinner in this motherfucker. And she told his ass, well, if we go to Tampa, your ass ain't staying but a year. How did we know? We thought at first that was probably going to be the deal, because he didn't even buy a house when he went down there. He rented out one of their homeboy spots. He just moved in one of their homeboy cribs down there. He didn't even go buy a house down there. So we think, okay, it's 1 year deal type thing. They won that first year, and we were like, all right, he finna ride off into the sunset. Shit. Soon as Giselle seen that motherfucker return for an OTA, that bitch said, goodbye. Soon as that motherfucker showed up for OTA, goodbye. The divorce papers was stabbed to the fucking front door of the rental. Shit. Mic check.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
All right. Had to make sure my audio is still good. But if you're in the chat, if you did start the show off with
Hold up, Blakberry. Don't change over what this motherfucker said.
Who?
What the hell, motherfucker?
Who? Deshaun?
Deshaun, man, you don't cut your shit, bro.
You say, I didn't date a black woman until I was 23. I dated Korean, white, Puerto Rican, Nigerian, Mexican, and Pakistan one. You dated a Pakistani woman?
What the hell is a Nigerian?
A woman from Nigeria.
Hey, what color she is?
She black.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to make sure I knew what I was talking about. You know, I mean, you could have just said black American. I ain't dated a black American or some shit.
Hey, you did it with that one, boy. Hey man, listen now. Listen, wait. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. So listen. All right, so listen. That Sean Caldwell, he from that generation that like Apollonia and all them and Vanity and all them guys was on the scene. You know, so all these half-breed guys, you know, they gave you that sense of something exotic. So especially in the military, like dudes that was in the military, man, they was soiling their oats all over the goddamn world with all kind of exotic flavors. They in Europe, they in Asia, you know what I'm saying? They down in South America, they soiling them oats everywhere. They soiling them everywhere. You know, just like Knight Rider when he go to Puerto Rico, just soiling oats. But if you do a deep dive into your humane history, the history of humans, everybody black. It's a lot of Asians that know their history that'll tell you that they black. Yep, lot of Mandarin folks, a lot of folks from China will tell you that they're black. A lot of folks from Korea that'll tell you that they're black.
That mother say he's a backup dancer. Go ahead and just tell her, man, you was a male stripper. Just don't say it, dog. Don't tell her. Don't tell her, son. He's out there goddamn at Tanisha for one of them parties, goddamn letting it sweat for him.
Christy say, what y'all talking about? All right, so Christy, we ain't gonna tell you what we were just talking about. You gonna have to go back and watch for that. But what we talk about tonight is the comments that offensive coordinator Zach Robinson made based on the question he was asked from the media about what he's expecting from Kyle Pitts moving forward this year. And he used the term it's with him it's about playing fast. And he said it like 3 times. And my explanation for that was, well, when you're talking about playing fast, it's like what he said and like what B. Will said earlier tonight. Is with him, it's about being more consistent in his play and being more familiar with the game plan and taking a lot of the thinking out of it and incorporating more reacting. And the best way to do that is by preparation, knowing what you're supposed to do and just doing it and taking a lot of the thinking out of it. So a lot of what some of us fans saw in the season is what Zach Robinson is saying that he wants Kyle Pitts to show him that he's worked on and gotten better at. So that's what the question is from me to everybody else is, what does playing fast to you mean when Zach Robinson says play fast for Kyle Pitts? What does that mean to you? What do you think he's saying when he says that? See, I know Krista gonna have a good answer because that girl do her homework. She say Zach wants him to be more responsible and follow through. Exactly. That's part of it. That's part of it. Deshaun Caldwell say, no, Big Will. I dance behind popular R&B and rap groups.
I knew what you meant. I just had to goddamn make fun of you real quick.
Hey man. So funny thing about Deshaun Caldwell, when I first learned, that he was a what they call him, a yeek dancer or something like that. What you call it, Deshaun? A yeek dancer? He used to be a yeek dancer. For some reason, I remember it was Freaknik down at the 75, 85 underpass, down at the Spaghetti Junction. It's one of the few times that once you get around by the graded curve, it's one of the few times that they actually had that blocked off. And it's a big ass tour bus that's parked. A lot of people surrounding it, and it's not Lil Jon tour bus, but it's what's the motherfucking name? Well, it was Lil Jon and them. Let me just say that. It was Lil Jon and them.
Hey, he's still working on that documentary.
Yeah, Deshaun working on the documentary. Yeah.
He's gonna finish that thing. I can't wait to see about that. See what's going on with that.
I remember seeing Yeet dancers in the middle of Freakney on the graded curve. Girls in Daisy Dukes, halter tops. Look like they been spraying each other down with water guns. They got the wet t-shirt thing going on. Man, I remember that like it was yesterday, man. And to kind of see Deshaun Caldwell now saying he was a Yeet dancer, I was like, man, either I am getting up there in age, or I see it just done changed the whole life. And it's the latter. The city just done changed a lot, man. That was a vibe back then. Now you got to be indoors before 2:00 in the morning or 1:00 in the morning in Atlanta. It's crazy.
Who said that?
Who said what?
Who said we got to be in at 1:00, Blakberry?
Well, I'm just saying, man, don't nothing really pop off after 1:00 no more.
Shit, you get too old. You get too old, Blakberry. It still be clubs out there
Am I
popping.
getting too old?
Yeah, it still be clubs out there popping, bro.
Cause they were closing up at 3:00 last time I checked.
I just don't be out in them. It's some that stay open about 5:00. I just don't be out in them. I got a life. Yeah, I got a life. I ain't trying to be out there.
Man, that shit used to blow. I literally was in the clubbing scene when the club would let out at like 6:00 in the morning. You still can go to the after spot after 6, like the cave or something like that, and still be able to go in there and goddamn pop off for a couple more hours.
It's just the area. It's just the area you in. Don't go in the little white folk area and think you're gonna be in the club about 5:00 in the morning. Don't do that.
Glenburg Station, the Gold Room used to stay open till like 6 in the morning. But
well, ain't nobody else doing 6 in the morning no more. Yeah, ain't nobody doing 6.
Yeah, when they transitioning from being a strip, that used to be a strip club. The Gold Room used to be a strip club, and they made it into a nightclub, and it was right there in Limburg. Used to close at 6 in the morning. New Year's at the Gold Room was off the fucking chain. let me tell you that. Them college girls, they know how to partay. They don't party, they partay. You hear me? Trust me. I ain't gonna start backsliding that motherfucker and reminiscing and shit. My wife might be listening. But Krista said, but wouldn't it also mean including Pitts into the schematics of how they plan to use him? Yeah, I mean, he's already implemented into the schematics, Krista. He's already implemented into the schematics. It would be foolish to think that anybody that's currently on this team is not being thought of in the scheme itself. Anybody. Tyler Algier could still possibly be traded. Mooney could still be traded. Ray McLeod could still be traded. Kyle Pitts could still be traded. It's still a lot of moving pieces that could happen. But Zach Robinson, he has the game plan for if he's going to use those guys right now because they are on the roster. It's nothing has happened. If there's something in the works, possibly, that could still not happen, even though it's in the works. So you still gotta game plan accordingly for if they're going to be on your team. So yeah, they still got to implement them in the game plan. Christy say, "Will, how you know?" Just go tell on yourself, boy.
We speak of no evil on this channel. No evil.
Hey man, we can reminisce and all that all day long, man. It was a good conversation, man. But right now, the Braves have is this game over with? It's tied up 7-7. They went into
Man,
extra innings.
that blows so many leads in this goddamn game. It ain't funny, bro.
Yeah, they was up 2-0, and then out of nowhere, I look back at my screen like 4 minutes later, and it was 2-5.
These niggas
What?
give you a player on second base in the extra innings. You can't even get that man through.
Oh shit, they got Lee pitching too. He finna give up another goddamn. He finna give up the damn game. Yup. House of third just went to second. House just went to second. Damn. Bottom of the 10th, they give up a score. It's game over.
This team is allergic to being over 500, bro. We get one game over 500, we're gonna lose 2 straight. That's crazy.
It's halftime. It's halftime right now in the Minnesota Oklahoma City game.
It's impossible.
Minnesota down
Did the
8.
Dream win today? Did they take both of them, or they let the Fever split it?
Oh, let's find out.
Oh no, the Fever won. I knew it was gonna happen. I hate that bullshit. I hate when they do bullshit like that.
Fever won.
Yeah, they won. The Dream just had a lead in this game. I don't know what it is about Atlanta team. It's hard to root for these motherfuckers, man. It's crazy.
But you got to do it. Got to do it.
I ain't finna go chill for no damn Philadelphia team. I'm in Atlanta.
I heard Chauncey say something real interesting yesterday. Well, either yesterday or the day before, when he said when it come to the Hawks, he really just want to be a fan. He just want to say go Hawks. He don't really want to He don't really want to critique them or or analyze what's going on with them anymore. He just want to root for them and say go Hawks and hope the best for them. Has it ever gotten to that point with you with the Falcons?
No, I'm saying
You
no,
laughing though.
it ain't got there yet. I said it was one thing. I say the Falcons keep up with that bullshit. They're gonna be like the Braves and the Hawks. I'm just gonna be checking on them at ESPN. Checking on their ass on ESPN, but no, Falcons ain't got there yet.
It's crazy because they the team that done broke our heart the most.
Yep. You know why? Because I seen Chauncey. Who said it? Somebody said it. I don't know if it was Chauncey or whatever, but all demographics come to the Falcon game, bro. You go to the Brave game. You go to the Brave game. You gonna see a lot of people at the Brave game, but all demographics ain't there like that. Like equally
The
formatted.
representation of the
Right,
city.
right,
The
right.
representation of what the city is, you see at a Braves game. You got it all. You got
Yeah, the
people from
Falcon
all
game. You
over the
mean?
world in Atlanta.
Yes.
But yeah, at a Falcon game, you mostly gonna see us. You gonna see us. You gonna see the same folks that you'll invite to the cookout. That's who you gonna see at a Falcon game. You gonna see everybody else sprinkled in. You're gonna see a lot of others sprinkled in there. But at a Braves game, it's a good diverse mix of everybody. But you still see more. You still see more, of the Caucasian persuasion, if you ask me. But I used to be a seat runner for the Braves for Airmark back in the day. Me and my cousins. And when I tell you that them fair skinned gals, when I tell you that they get together, they get themselves together for a Braves game, they go stepping out for a Braves game. And a lot of them sloppy drunk huckleberries, they be there right along with them. Sloppy drunk, room for them braids.
And the
It ain't like
Braves
that.
just
It ain't
lost.
like that for the Falcons. It ain't like that. Now for the Hawks, you gonna get ghetto fabulous. You gonna get hood rich. You gonna get Buckhead rich, and you also gonna get North Georgia rich. And then you gonna get celebrities sitting on the court side. Now, you can break down literally from the rafters down to courtside what you seeing at the Hawks game. From the rafters, you're gonna see ghetto fabulous. Club seats, you're gonna see hood rich. Get down there in the 100 section, you're gonna see more hood rich, but you're gonna see some Buckhead rich too. Then you're gonna see that North Georgia rich when you get down there behind the bench, behind the teams. When you get down there behind the scoreboard. But when you get down there on that floor, you're gonna get the celebrities. See them the celebrities. You got Boosie down there, 2 Chainz down there. You got Quavo down there. You got Lotto down there. Huh? Huh? You might have Charleston White come into town. He down there courtside. You know what I'm saying? T.I. down there. Big Boy down there. Oh, Jesus. Well, you don't see Jesus at no games. Jesus say he a business man. He go sit up in the club. He go to the club seats. He a business man. He say, you gonna see me sitting executive. You see Jesus sitting executive. You don't see him sitting courtside. So it's different at every game. The Falcons, the state of the Falcons right now is that of a lot of potential. That's the state they in right now. It's the state of potential. Potential champion status. But before we close out, because we're getting ready to close this out. I want to plant a seed in everybody, because I've been trying to plant this seed. I've been trying to plant this seed. Michael Penny's going in his 2nd season. Andy Reid going into, not Andy Reid, I'm sorry. I don't know why. I know why I was thinking Andy Reid, but Raheem Morris going in his 2nd season as Falcons head coach. Same offensive coordinator returning, but you got a new DC coming in. But you got the same offensive coordinator returning. That's been rare for the Falcons. It's usually one OC and out type deal with us, but you got the same OC returning. You got a lot of the same offensive line returning, a lot of the same skill positions returning. You got your core secondary returning with AJ, Jesse, and Mike Hughes, and you got a lot of other core pieces. You got a lot of other pieces returning around them, and you actually got key pieces in the linebacker group that's returning too. Troy and Caden Ellis are going to be key pieces in this defense. Per Troy stay healthy, they going to be key pieces in this defense. I'm going to plant this seed in y'all head. This is the year to do it. This is the year to win. For contractual reasons, for team development reasons, for if we really building if we really building a dynasty here in Atlanta, this the year to do it in year 2. This is the year. Think about it. Patrick Mahomes took over at the end of his rookie year. His 2nd year, he went and won a championship with Andy Reid. It just so happened to also be the 2nd year with Tyree Hill. Think about that. But you had key veteran pieces returning, and you had key developing young talent returning. So if you think about it, if we building if we building the State Farm discount double check dynasty, if we building the Jake from State Farm dynasty, and y'all know why I'm saying that. If you caught on, you done caught on. But if you're building discount double check dynasty, if you're building Jake from State Farm dynasty, if you're building that, this the year to do it. This is the year to do it. Think about what I'm telling you. Go back, do your research, and think about what I'm telling you. Year 2 is the year to do it. What you think about that, Big Will, before we leave, man? Give your closing remarks.
Oh shit. Oh, about what now? I'm
They
like, be
give you
like I'm
close.
in school. What was the question again, teacher?
That damn William not paying attention again. Get your gatherings, William, and go to the principal's office. Just give him your closing remarks. Give him your closing remarks.
Hey man. Hey man, hold on. I'm gonna say it until y'all tired of hearing me saying it, man. Competition is the name. That's what I'm looking for, bro. Fuck all. I'm done with all the talk saying I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Now it's time to show me. Me and Blakberry been in Missouri. It's time to show me, bro. I'm tired of listening to all that. Hey man, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. I'm gonna utilize him in this way and that way. No, you got to show me. I'm tired of listening to that talk. Show me that y'all got there, got this shit together. Show me y'all know how to utilize this talent we got, man. Stop trying to find the one man who been putting talent in Atlanta. Yes, I'm talking about Terry. It's time to goddamn use these groceries this man is putting giving y'all right now, bro. Competition is the name. Hey man, y'all already know. Follow me at Will the Georgia Rebound everything, man. Catch me formally on Wednesday nights on everything Atlanta Sports. And whatever AFN got going on, man, y'all know I'm there. If y'all ain't did so already, go to my page, like, share, and subscribe. Watch some of my old content, then y'all know what we come with over here at AFN for sure. Blakberry, go and close it out.
Y'all make sure y'all do what do. Go check my boy out, Will the Georgia Reaper on YouTube. Go show him some love, and as like he said, you can always catch him with Atlanta Falcon Nation or right here with your boy Blakberry, the home team. Anybody that lives in the metro Atlanta area or in Atlanta itself, I went and experienced something in the culinary universe at a place called Krabby Tom's, located, I think that's McDonough, Georgia. It could be Stockbridge, but if you travel south on 75 and get to about mile marker 221 at exit 221, you come off of the exit, you bust a right, and you bust another right. Oh, I'm sorry, you busting a left. You want to go towards Sam's Club. So you're gonna bust a right off 221 coming south on 75, and you're gonna go down to the next light, turn left, and you're gonna turn right between Logan's and a bank. And as you stay on that side street, there's going to be a place called Krabby Tom's. You're going to see it in the corner of your eye, on the corner of a building. It's called Krabby Tom's. Krabby Tom's is Georgia black owned, but it's Louisiana style cooking. Now, anytime we talk Louisiana, as long as we ain't talking the skanks, I could be interested in what they're selling. When I tell you, Krabby Tom's had some of the best crab rolls. I'm sorry, lobster rolls that I've ever indulged in my life. It made me close my eyes. When you have a dish that is so savory that it makes you close your eyes, that's a special moment in a man's life that he'll always remember. I remember the first time when I bit into a juicy beef rib and it made me close my eyes. I remember the first time I ate my mama bean casserole. I remember the first time I took a bite of my own specialty, my spaghetti casserole. I remember these times like they was yesterday. They are special moments in a man's life. The lobster roll made me close my eyes. If you're in the metro Atlanta area and you're going south on 75, take you a trip down to exit 221 and find Krabby Tom's. Just left off of the exit. You will not regret it. I'm going to have a flyer to advertise for them soon. Go check them out if you're in the area. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Make sure you're commenting and engaging on videos, on shorts, all that good stuff. Let's get the algorithm to support your boy a little bit more so we can get more viewership up, so we can bring back segments like Bring It to the Pit on nights like tonight on the Rich Pit. So if we want to do that, we got to engage more with your boy. You got to support your boy a little bit more by hitting that like button, that share button, that subscribe button, all of that content creator who by Juba. Catch us on the flip side. Oh, always forget. I always forget. I got to play the outro.
Like it don't matter.
Catch us on the flip side.
Home team. Yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ADL, we run the game, check the top 10. Birds swinging, hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gonna fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Brains in the post, yeah, they swinging for real. If you ain't tapped in and you miss a field. Blakberry got them tuned in on the daily.